Welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to be testing out a bunch of new makeup. We'll go ahead and just get diving into this video. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Steph. I hope you guys will stick around and hang out with me for a little bit, but we're going to be diving into it. I've got my coffee. I'm filming first thing in the morning. I just dropped the kids off and my eyes are just still a little puffy. So I'm going to go in with these. These are called Perk Up. They are by Patchology. Did I say that right? I don't even know. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed right through this because I don't have anything really new. The only thing that's new in the collection is this brow styler. So this is actually a pencil on the top portion. It's got like the crayon, like the goof proof pencil. And then the bottom one, if you twist it, is a powder. You dip this into here and then you would brush on the product like this. I'm gonna start off with the pencil because the goof proof is way too thick for me and it just makes it really messy. So I just brushed out the pencil portion. I'm gonna use it just on the outer corner because that's where I have more of my spotting, like bald spots. So I'm gonna put it there to deepen it up a little. What shade is this? This is the shade 3.5, which is a lot lighter than what I use, but for some reason I feel like this brow powder is pretty dark. So that's what it looks like. I think it looks really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these off really quickly. I was gonna do my foundation first, but the palette I think I wanna use today is the Makeup Revolution palette. This is actually one of the products that I had featured in my drugstore haul, and I got a lot of requests to play around with this palette. This got a lot of like those jewel tones. It's got like those purples. And I really wanted to do like a purple eyeshadow look. Since I don't know how much fallout there's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow after. But I want to use this one today because this is the eye primer by Anastasia. My soft fluffy brush to blend it out. That actually gives coverage. I was not expecting that to give that much coverage. Like there was a little bit of color when we swatched it in my video, but not this much color. This shade right here called Dusty, which is just this light pink shade. And I'm gonna use this to, ooh, whoa. And I'm gonna use that as like my first eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna kind of dust that all over my lid. The next color I'm gonna go in with is called Regal. And it is this really deep plum shade. I'm going to pack it all over the lid. It's kind of splotchy. Do you see that? I'm just going to pack it on with my finger because it's the best tool. I'm not like too concerned about it because this color is not going to be the color that we're going to use. We're going to use cocoa on top of it, but I want to have a really nice deep base. Scaring me a little, palette. You're scaring me. We're going to take a little bit of a smaller brush and we're going to go in with the shade Maroon, and I'm going to use that to kind of blend out the edges. What the freak? So what was once an eyeshadow now looks like liner on my lid. This shade right here, and I'm going to pack that onto my eye, like all over my eye again. This time, I'm going to use a synthetic brush, though, and I'm going to spray it. Why does bad stuff always happen to me? I'm going to take MAC's Texture, and I'm going to use that to buff around the edges again. You see how it's, like, still dark right there? Like, it left a stain on my lid. I'm going to try taking this mauve shade, which is this like bluish shade, and I'm going to try to pack that onto the lid. I want to see, totally recommend using your finger. Let me go ahead and work on this eye, and I'm going to come back because I'm like not super sold on this look, but I'm just like so irritated right now with this palette. I don't know, you guys. I'm just not really happy with the way that this eye looks coming out. You see how stupid it looks? Oh my gosh. Especially when I take it off. These are two completely different eye looks. I'm taking this off. No. I'm just going to take this off and we'll start again. Since that didn't work, let's try out a different palette, shall we? I've got a few palettes to try out. I've got the NARS, I've got Persona Cosmetics, and I have the Aurora palette, and then I have this Color Design Shadow palette by Lancome, which I featured this one in my IG story unboxing, but I don't think I featured it here yet. It's got some really pretty metallic tones and then a matte black, and then it does come with a Prime It Boost It right here. So Obviously, I can't do like an entire look just using this palette, but maybe I'll take a shadow from here and like apply it to the lid to see how it works. The Persona 2 palette is actually one I kind of want to try only because I've never tried it before. I've never played with it. I've never even played with Persona Cosmetics. So this is it. This is the Identity 2 palette. Looks like that. Maybe I'll take the Persona palette and then blend it in with this one here by Lancome. So let's do that and prime my eyes again. I'm going to take this shade called Loyal, and I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. I think I'm going to dive into the Aurora palette, and I think I'm going to take this shade right here called Twilight, and I'm going to apply it, I think, on the outer corners. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of buff that, I think, all over my eye. Try to be really gentle with my eye because it is still a little raw from blending as much as I did from the last one. But I'm just going to take this all over the eye. I don't really know what I'm doing. The eyeshadow is a little patchy, like the first eyeshadow I put on from Persona, which leads me to believe... Honestly, I think that the last palette was like terrible, but I'm kind of nervous that this eyeshadow primer is making it a little bit more difficult to blend out everything. Sorry, I'm eating a gummy bear. I love gummy bears, but they have to be the Haribo brand only, or Black Forest. As a little kid, my dad would always get me a bag of the Black Forest gummies. Those are hands down like my favorite gummies everywhere, but I can't find them around here. We have Albanese around here, and I do not care for their gummy bears at all. We are going to move into the lid shade. If I blend any more, my eyes are just going to fall off. I'm going to go and dive into this Lancome palette. I'm actually going to dive into this shade right here, which is called Polar Lights. It's got like this pink and purple reflective tone to it. And I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue and I'm going to put it on my eyes because I really, really want it to pop. But I'm only going to apply it like right here is where I'm going to put the glitter glue. So I'm going to put that on first. And I'm going to use my finger to apply this. Oh, that really took off all the shadow, didn't it? I'm going to use my finger to apply this. Oh. Oh, that's a pretty shade. Just like that. I really like that shade. Good. It's about damn time I like something. A majority of these are all metallic shades, but if you were looking for it, I would definitely try it out. They felt really patchy when you first touched them, but once they went on the lid, they were really, really nice. I'm going to deepen up the crease just a little bit, so I'm going to take a little bit of Brave from the Persona palette, and I'm just going to put that right on the outer corner. Take this off. Oh, my eyes. I'm sorry it's such a basic look, you guys. I wanted to do something crazy and fun, but we'll try it again, I promise, with another palette. So today's mascara we're going to be using is the Maybelline. This is the Falsies Lash Lift. I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to curl my lashes because I'm going to apply falsies on top of it anyways, but I just want to coat it a few times. So I went ahead and I applied some lashes. These here are by the Sophie Bella. These are in the style Indio. I've had these for a really long time. I don't know if they still have this style, but if they do, I'll go ahead and link them down below. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the face for right now and finish up. So I'm going to take a primer. I have a few primers to try out from. One that I just received in the mail was the new Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer Grip, which I just saw here recently in store. This is like a 5-stage clinger. It's supposed to grip your foundation and you won't want to let it go. So we're going to go ahead and use this as our primer for today. Just a nice creamy white consistency. Ooh, that is soft. I'm going to go ahead and just use this TACHA Silk Canvas, and I'm just going to apply it right in this area for my pores really quickly. I don't want to say I like this product because if I like it, I don't want to go out and buy it, but I love it. For foundation today, we're going to be going in with the sample that I got. I want to try this out with you guys. I'm going to try out this Tom Ford foundation. All right, I'm just going to use a kabuki brush to blend it in really quickly, and then I'll go in with a sponge after. Not the biggest fan of this Sigma one. I definitely prefer the flat top. I think that's where it's at. But it's evening out everything, which is nice. All right, that foundation brush is just way too big for my forehead. So I'm just going to take my sponge and blend it out there. So anywhere where I need a little bit more coverage, I just go in with the Naked Stay Naked Corrector Concealer. It's such a difficult one for me to say, but I like it. So far the foundation is sticking really well. I don't see it separating. It looks really good. It looks like it's melted into the skin. I think the true test will be later on to see how it looks and to see how the face primer works as well, and see if it like breaks it apart throughout the day. But I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of concealer and setting powder and bronzer. I don't have anything new for those three, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll jump back in together. I'm going to finish off with the eyes, and then we'll finish off with the highlighter and the lips. So let's go diving back into the Persona palette. So we're going to try out this kohl pencil. This is by St. Lux. It was part of the BoxyCharm that we received. It came with like a set of 3 pencils, and it was $55 for all 3 pencils. It was insane. Let's go ahead and put this in the waterline and see if it's worth $55. I think the best Il Makiage, they make a cream liner, a nude liner that I've used over and over on here on my channel. I'm obsessed with that one. I'm going to take Brave and just run that on my lower lash line. Inner corners, I'm just going to go in with MAC's Shroom. Trying to use up my Z palette. Tough feet, but I'm going to try. I forgot how much I love this shade. I have Shroom, which I've been using a lot, and what's the other one? Oh, this is ColourPop. ColourPop. I got a single shadow from ColourPop, and it's called Let Me Explain. That one's really good too. I'm going to go back in with the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift, and I'm going to apply some mascara on my lower lashes. Ooh, I like it for my lower lash line. I'm not like super sold on it for my top lashes, but for my lower lash line, it really builds and coats. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face really quickly using the Makeup Revolution Rose Fizz. This stuff smells like legit perfume. It is really strong, like really strong. You don't even have to have a sensitive nose. What was I going to say? I was going to say if you have a sensitive nose, you will not like this, but even I feel like this is a little strong for me. Oh wow, that is I feel like I walked by a little old lady that had way too much perfume on. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So for highlight, we do have quite a few options for highlight. Skin Lights, which I'm going to save because I really want to use this in my drugstore makeup look that I'm going to be doing on Thursday. I have the Lancome, this is the Monochromatic Holiday Edition, the Revlon one, which I think might be too dark for me. Then I have the Revolution palette, which I'm looking at that gold shade, or the e.l.f. Halo Setting Powder. So I'm thinking I want to take the e.l.f. Halo Setting Powder and maybe do it on the high points, and then maybe target pinpoint with like one of these highlighters, because I'm really into more subtle highlights and I want to see how that works. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Halo Glow, and I'm going to just apply it, like I said, here. Honestly, I don't know how. I know that, like, you can apply it all over the face, but I'm just going to apply it here because I really don't want it all over my face. I don't like to glow everywhere. That's just not how I am. But I can already see a little glow. Do you see that? No. Your eyes are like, no. See, I just want, like, more of a lit glow. I hate using that term, lit from within. No, I'm never lit from within. I'm filled with wine and liquor. I don't glow. But you see how it's just like a subtle glow? Like, I'm totally for that. It's nothing too heavy. All right. Do you see that? I don't know. I think I'm seeing shit. Do you see it? All right. Well, we'll finish off. Let's go in with this right here, which is the Revolution. This is the Rose Quartz Highlighting Palette. I'm going to try taking this shade right here. So I'm just going to do that right there. I just applied a little bit of a lip liner before I go in with my liquid lipstick. I just went in with the Huda Beauty Trophy Wife. We're going to go and try out one of these KYLIE liquid lipsticks. This was part of my Ulta haul, and this is in Candy Cane, and we got Candy Cane and Charm Velvet. I think I wanted to go in with this more darker shade, which I want to say is Candy K. Then just for the center of my lip, I do want to try out this right here, which is by PIXI by Petra, and it's called like a Lip Lift Max. I enjoy the ones from Buxom a lot, but we're going to give this a shot and see how it works. Is that peppermint? Yeah. Let me go ahead and set oh, you know what? Screw that. I'm not setting my face. I was going to set my face with this, but we're just going to call it good. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap here with some of the products. So the Makeup Revolution palette, you guys, I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to try it without the eyeshadow primer from ABH. I don't know if it's the primer. I don't think it is, because I used the primer for the Persona Cosmetics palette and it was perfectly fine, but the way that they swatched is nothing like what was coming off on the lid. So I'll definitely have to play this one more time and see how it works, and I'll let you guys know. But I mean, first impressions, I just was not sold on it at all. The colors just weren't performing the way that they should on the lid. The ABH eyeshadow primer, or eyelid primer is what they call it, is not the easiest primer to work with. If you guys have tried it, please let me know down below. But I find that it dries really, really quickly, and if you don't blend really well, you can get some serious patchiness. Like I got some patchiness from the Persona palette, and I don't think that it's the palette. I think it's the primer. That's why I kind of want to retry the Makeup Revolution, because as I was like going through my face makeup, I was thinking about it and I was like, well, is it the primer or is it the eyeshadow? Because I felt like even with the Persona palette, that I've heard really good things about the eyeshadow palette, and I feel like it was just a little bit harder to blend everything out, but it didn't patch up the way that the Makeup Revolution one did. As far as like the foundation goes, I'll definitely have to try it out for the rest of the day and see how it works. And then the highlighter. I can't figure out how to use this correctly. I'm gonna have to read online and see how they use it. I mean, I like the way that it gave a glow, but it's a really, really subtle glow. I don't know if it goes all over the face. The only reason why I don't want to put it all over the face is because I don't want it to emphasize any texture, and I'm scared that it will. So that's why I haven't put it all over my face. I was just trying to keep it right more, you know, on the highlighted parts. But you guys let me know if you guys use this. How do you use this? Even if you do have texture. But thank you so much for watching today's video. It was a testy one, you guys. It really was. Make sure you turn on your notifications because I am posting every day. I am still ahead of the game and it's still on schedule, and I am proud of myself. So we're going to keep trucking along, but you guys let me know down below what you guys want to see next. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you guys have any tips or tricks for making any of the products that didn't work for me, that do work for you, what I can use to kind of change them up and try it again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.